What's going on, guys? We're back on this job. I don't know if you guys recognize this one. We uploaded a video of this not too long ago, probably about a month ago from when you guys are seeing this video now, so it's probably closer to 2 months. But we had done some test digging around the foundation to see what kind of foundation was here. I got it all backfilled now. Foundation got approved, but the owner decided he wants to demo the whole thing. I think in that video we had talked about demoing like this front half right here and keeping the rest, but they have recently decided to get rid of the whole thing. So we got the big machine here. It's the first time you guys are seeing this. 1997 Hitachi EX120. This is my big machine. First job that you guys are seeing this on. 6,000 hours. Nice low hour clean machine. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of work for it recently, so you guys have been seeing a lot of mini stuff, but now we're getting into the big stuff, which is good now that the season's going. Take you guys in here real quick. Yeah, they're talking about demoing like right up to this point. See inside, this guy was like living off the grid kind of thing. No real power, definitely no septic, no running water. He had right there, I don't know if you guys can see it, but he had a water tank up there that he was pulling water off of, and there's actually a river outside that runs down this way that he was pulling water from for the water tanks. So he was definitely off grid. I guess there's some old man, he's known well around here, kind of Grizzly Adams type, which is kind of cool. Big stack here, cast iron stack for a wood stove. Go up here, is an upstairs. We'll go up there in a second. Here's I don't even know if you call this a kitchen or whatever, but here's the rest of the house. The area we just came in from was like kind of a garage area. So you can see there's really nothing in this place. We are keeping this floor, I think they're gonna pour over it, and we're gonna pour foundation around the piers on the outside. Here's the upstairs. These floors are nice. The builder said he wanted to maybe see if they could save them, but I guess they decided not to. Here's that stack. Crawl space over there. There's the rest of the upstairs. That's where we just were out there. This had doors on it, but they took this down because I guess the homeowner wanted to keep some of the old part of this old building for when he rebuilds a new one, so which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, this whole thing's coming down, so this will be nothing but a bunch of sticks and firewood at this point. Yeah, you can see he had outlets, so he had power here, but hey, look, what's going on, guys? But yeah, that's the upstairs. Go downstairs here for a second. That's back outside. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on with all this. This is kind of like I think they're gonna pour frost wall up to that. But yeah, here's that garage area I was talking about. Double doors. Can't believe this guy used to live in here. As you can see, there's no real insulation, there's nothing, and he used to live here year round. Some old guy. I mean, there's no drywall, there's no sort of insulation at all. I mean, there's tons of beer in here before when it was a little colder out, and I mean, it was just as cold as it was outside as it was here. And a couple of days it was windy, and you could see like stuff like this right here. The wind would push, you'd feel the air coming right from the outside. I have no idea how this old dude did it. He was definitely intense, pretty hardcore. But yeah, let's get to working on this, and we will see you guys in a bit. I know this isn't the right hammer to use, but it's all I have right now because my other hammer's in my truck. Lay off. Okay, so got this house demoed. That's it. She's down. Started sorting my materials, my metal right there. This little corner right here is all my wood. So that way, I'll actually be back here, not tomorrow, but on Thursday. That way Thursday when they come in, they can probably come right here. Drop a dumpster here. I can go right there. Right there. Should be nice and easy. But yeah, she's nothing but a pile of rubble right now, man. We'll have this cleaned up in no time though. Yeah, that's that. Try to keep everything contained as best I could, but it looks like this corner blew out a little bit, but it's not a huge deal. But yeah, that wraps up today, and we'll be back in a few days to start loading this crap out. Should hopefully go good. I haven't used that fixed thumb too much on the machine, but so far, just sorting the material right there, it's not too bad. And I got the skid steer because it's all a concrete floor in there, so I got the skid steer. I can drive in between these two pillars and just clean up the floor. I can drive the skid steer here and just clean up the floor, and just kind of push it into the corner and hopefully pile it up once it gets to this smaller crap, and then hopefully have a broom. I know if it was a hydraulic thumb, I'd be able to hold something there, which I might. There's some logs over there. I might be able to put one of those logs in there and kind of use it to rake, but I got the skid steer here and I got that, so between those two, I'm not worried about it. Should be able to get it. But yeah, she's demoed, and we'll see you guys in a bit. Adios.